all your pastry, bakery and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe and other services.
The Chief Justice will be invited to proceed to the President to the podium to take oaths of office, secrecy and allegiance, ushering him into office for a second term. That will be followed by His Excellency the President of the Republic remaining on the podium for the national anthem. Then the President will return to the presidential base to be followed by the parade, wherein the parade commander will invite His Excellency the President of the Republic to inspect. Then we will see both slow and quick time, advance and review order. There will be 3 cheers to congratulate the President on his inauguration. Then we will witness the marching of the forces on parade. There'll be another brief musical by the National Ensemble led by Jaliba Kuyate, and then a poem will be recited by Safia Tujuf. The poem is titled "The River We Drink as It Gleams." That will be followed by the President's inaugural address. That is the program for today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your attention. Ladies and gentlemen, in attendance with the President of Togo, Monsieur Fatou, the President of Senegal, Monsieur Macky Sall, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, the President of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of Liberia, George Weah, the President of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio. These are the visiting heads of state to witness the inaugural ceremony of His Excellency President Adama Barrow.
This is the live inaugural address, the live inauguration of President Adama Barrow, who has just been re-elected in the December 4th presidential election. We are live at the Independence Stadium, bringing you proceedings. Right now, you've seen images from the airport featuring the arrival of the sitting presidents. We've had 5 presidents arrive yesterday, 2 has arrived recently, and 1 more has just started. That's the president of Nigeria. We've seen Nigerian Air Force. That's the president of Nigeria. We're expecting him to alight from the airport. I am Mustafa Sisa here on the commentary board, and my colleague Buba.
Thank you very much, Mustafa. So we welcome everyone. If you are just watching, this is Kerr, and we are broadcasting live from the Independence Stadium. As my boss, my head boss, Mustafa, so as you are seeing in the images, we are witnessing the arrival of course, some of the presidents that are just arriving this morning in the capital of course, we've of course witnessed the arrival of some of the presidents of other countries that arrived in the country yesterday. So of course today also we are receiving them. So we can say there are a lot of presidents from the south of the West Africa that are attending. They are attending. It's one of the most important inauguration of the president of the Republic of the Gambia, that is President Adama Barrow. Remember, this is his first time in the Gambia, but then we can say he was inaugurated the last time, Mr. Brian, if you remember. That was in Senegal. We can say it's in the Gambia because the embassy in Senegal is in the premises of the Gambia. And then this one is definitely a very special point because he's having it here at the Independence Stadium, and he has won the second time after defeating, of course, the oppositions here in the last presidential election, 53%. So I think it's one of the best moments for the president.
Thank you very much, Buba. That's very interesting. And of course, today is a historic day. And remember, this is a dictate of the Constitution that if a president is elected, he needs to be sworn in before he starts formally presiding over matters of the state as president. So there we have the Nigerian Air Force task, and we're expecting the President Muhammad Buhari to come out of the aircraft, and then the usual ceremonies take place. So Buba, looking at the situation here at the Independence Stadium, we are just 19 days into the year 2022.
That's right.
And we have, this is something that is precedented for the fact that we've seen a lot of people attending this all from the rural area. You've seen a lot of people from the rural area who have just come to the stadium here to attend this. This is something that is laudable, and it seems this is not it's from the look of things now, it's not political, it's a national issue.
Yeah, this is a national issue, and it's a very important day for the Gambia. It's a very important day for everyone. It's a very important day for every citizen in the country. This is a constitutional right, as you said. This is a constitutional requirement that says that if a president wins election, you should be inaugurated. And then this is the formality that they've been taking. As you can see, we are not seeing only people from the, of course, some combos. We've seen people from, of course, the presidency of Gambia. This shows that the Gambia is one. The Gambia, we are having people, and in fact, we are expecting some opposition leaders. Probably they should be attending this inauguration to show, of course, the oneness that is in the Gambia, and also to show that there is a democracy in the Gambia, and also to show that definitely they want peace in the Gambia. I think all of them are having the same aim, and that the aim is to see the Gambia going forward. It's just that they have different programs for the Gambia. They have a different ways of pushing the Gambia forward, and that is the reason. But we are expecting a whole lot of them today, and then I believe so some of them will be attending, despite we understand that some may not be after understanding that the leaders who, of course, challenging the election, URR, people from, of course, the North Bank region, and other regions in the Gambia. I can tell you, for this inauguration, people who have, of course, come all the way from Europe to come and attend this inauguration, and also in other parts of, Africa to come and attend, just to show that this is a very, very important event for the country.
And very, very important. The Nigerian president, see him majestically walking.
Working out.
stairs of the aircraft.
Yes,
At
definitely.
the
Mohamed
Banjul
Buhari.
International Airport. That's General Muhammad Buhari. We remember the pivotal role Muhammad Buhari played in the impasse in 2016 when the former president, now the former president, then President Jammeh refused to cede power. So he came here on a number of.
It was crucial.
Yes. And there he is, and then he is flanked by the director of press and publications, in the public relations rather at the State House, Ami Bojan Sissoho.
Is this Ami Bojang or the vice president? Seems the vice president though. Oh, it's Ami Bojang.
Yeah.
I am not recognizing her today.
He's the director of
He's
press
the
and
director of
publication,
press.
yeah.
You're right.
So that's Muhammad
you're right.
Buhari. The slow walking man. He has Buhari never walks faster. He always walks slowly,
Very
slowly.
slow.
And then his style of walk has just spaced the match today. So diplomats don't walk anyhow they like.
Well, I think Gambians were, but then he played a very crucial role in when he came. Actually, they negotiated for Jammeh to leave. I understand at one time he was very angry. You know, he's a former soldier, so they don't sometimes take things easy. But then actually he played a role that every Gambian will never forget, because they came here. Of course, I can remember alongside with the former Guinea-Conakry president, that is Alpha Conde, and also other presidents in the sub-region, actually to Jammeh, so that he can leave. Because if you remember, Jammeh, of course, accepted defeat first, but then he later said, no, I am not going nowhere because I am cheated. That was unfortunate for Gambians, because it's a country that is known for peace. It's a country that is known worldwide, and then we are called the Smiling Coast of course,
Yeah, so Bobo, we were talking about before we had that short break. We were talking about the contributions of some presidents, including Macky Sall, and then you talked about the advices that the piece of advice is he had been offering President Adama Barrow since in his first term, and reminded me of Barrow's visit to Guinea-Conakry, where he said he has gone to learn from the experience of Alpha Conde. And I said, unfortunately, Conde is no more president, so he has lost that bit of advice from Conde that he has claimed. And
I know
that's factor, some wrong, because some Gambians say he has subdued the sovereignty of the Gambia through that of Guinea-Conakry.
He also played, despite his term as a dictator, and then he is over presidential election. And I believe so. The current president, that is Adama Barrow, he will never forget the Gambia in so many ways. Some people will tell you, in fact, even during the election, he advised, he gave a lot of advices, and then. When Barrow won the election, he was also in touch with the president-elect at the time. When former President Jammeh first congratulated him on the national television to say that he have accepted defeat, but he later said, "No, I am not going. I have to stay." And Macky played a very crucial role. He was talking to Barrow at the time, and then he was giving advices. And other West African presidents who were, of course, I'm talking to him, and also the old ECOWAS head of states, where I'm standing to see that Barrow is in power. But for Macky, remember when Jammeh said again that I am not going, what he did was, I don't want to see any Gambian inside, so they wouldn't go inside. So actually that shows that he played that crucial role, and he was in touch with the then with, of course, President Barrow to give him the exercises that he's supposed to give him. We understand that between him and Jammeh was not that good, but then
that was a secret, because considering the border closure.
So actually he was using other presidents to come and talk to Jammeh, but actually he played a crucial role. He also facing a big battle. You remember their parliamentary elections is coming in Senegal, and Senegalese were expecting that Macky Sall would definitely address whether he will go for third term or not, but during his New Year address to the nation, he did not even mention anything he did not mention anything even close to that. He actually gave his address, but then Senegalese were like, what? Actually it was a platform where he could have talked to Senegalese and tell them, I'm coming to finish my second term. I am not going in for third term. But then the Senegalese are not yet clear whether Macky Sall is going for a third term or not. But what is known is that they are going for election, and then the parliamentary election is very, very important for him. It's very important for him to actually control the Senegalese parliament, which is very, very important for him. And I believe so. He is also facing a very, very tough battle right now in Senegal. But then he is an important asset that played a very crucial role when it comes to the 2016 election that led President Barrow to be president of the Gambia.
Thank you very much. So let's be fair to the other audience who may not be following English language.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on. Yeah. Benneti me alon kwa kumani bake ko ngafo nyameng angale kangoto mol sa lonko mu constitution do wala muna buko mi alonko wala mara mi alonko ngatama wala wo bukole atinde bukole afako momo gagnete inya e tololale andu e nyanta nyin tolori sifale kila do to nyimu kuleti mi alonko a manke fenti mi alonko akutata a manke fenti mi alonko science nembaje kan kule mi alonko a meta janne sa kabo jawara la watola kata fo banko president min tambita nun min kera president nun to president oti ya jamme kata fo science tenting president Adama Barrow woto wole be kering kabring ala second time gagné carte fawla mi ko wole tambita komanto don dala kilo ba kanno kala opposition mi alon ko lebe Gambia banko kan dang da nyala mi alon ko warta bakele ni ninsa natambe tukula risola mi alon ko ICA wole announce sign ala inauguration lebe kering pour ka jow ka tandala ko nga second time dilale de sayendu do ko nga mindila wala Gambia non latela minna a felen isi do ko commencer no wo bengole be kerim bi Mustafa ya fo ko president Jamal le futata jang nsa fono le ko West Africa kono na nyin tundo mi alon ko tolbe wo ma fango minna Africa banko kan jang president Jamal bi jele mi alon ko e nata mabele ni inauguration la mi alon ko le be kerim bi Independence Stadium moto Bakaw adaba ko bi somanda fang Mohamed Buhari mi alon ko Nigeria la president afudatale kata fo president mi alon ko abota Senegal jang Macky Sall afananda be mol kono le mi alon ko ifutata nanne bare kunun president dol futatale milboko Sierra Leone na president wo keta multi mi alon ko afutata kada fo Togo la president wol keta afanan keta multi mi alon ko afutata kada fo president ko tegol mi alon ko lennata pour kam mabe nyim bengoto jang mi alon ko wala president ala inauguration o mi alon ko wala be kerin tenting nga kacha fanan ko nyimu president wol leti fanan mi alon ko e tote fitano la Gambia la tariko kono bari dal hakilo ba kanno in 2016 sangolano kabring president ini comme numa ko waxe rek fina tay li constitutional society la si boki loi bi la neka pour president bi ñu inaugurate ko tay nak ñu si Independence Stadium bi fofu lañ koy def so len fatale ko nak in 2016 mom mo gagné election bo xamné xewon na fini bum gagné na ki di président ko xamné mo fi nekkon président Yaya Jammeh mom waxon na né nambi dafa melni ay tapalé ñofa gon ci Alpha Condé ak yenen président yo xamné ñewon nañ pour ñu gis na dal Jammeh bayna nguur gi pour ñu dem té ci bokk na ci président yo xamné ñu ngay ñew fi tay ñom yépp nekkon na nit yo xamné definitely nekkoon nañ nit yoo xam ne definitely play woon nañ rôle bokk na si Mohamed Buhari moom moo nekk Nigeria ñëwoon na fii pour wax Jammeh pour ñu gis ne daal mu bàyyi nguur pour mu jox président fa wala advisory pour inaye kuma fay ñoka
abaraka baka buba ilo ko serendiro la nimbobe tenten na nyaaro do man bi nga honorable soto jang nga kyo soto jang mi alam president Adama Barrow la barama balam bari ko chokore ka dia wolo da sa fo abarka isama amin afamo le folo jumale tete
ntele mu honorable sew mbaloti Deputy Advisor to the President on Youth Matters. Foko Pare Fanan, I am an existing member of the MPP.
National People's Party.
Among the founders of MPP.
Good. So Nadiamo Sambiro, talk about your position in the NPP.
Yes.
Today marks the inauguration of President Adama Barrow after being re-elected in the December 4th presidential election for a second term by the Gambians.
Yes.
From the NPP perspective, what does President Barrow's re-election mean for you? Yeah.
Well, I mean, thank you very much for granting me this interview. Today inauguration marks an important and a historic day for Gambia. That means genuine democracy is on the way coming for Gambia. Human rights, respect for rule of law is here for Gambians. That's what it signifies. Because we can see, I mean, his re-election, all the parties, almost 12 aspirants, presidential aspirants, join President Adama Barrow for having confidence on him that he can do the job, he can deliver, he can unite the Gambians, he can develop this country. So that's what we are inaugurating today.
Thank you very much. Honorable, if you look at the ground, a lot of ambience. So tell the people about a bit of preparations that NPP have put in place in order to make sure that this day becomes a memorable day, because this is the first time that the NPP as a party, has a president. When you were formed, Barrow was serving under the coalition ticket.
Under the coalition ticket.
Yes.
This
now that you have, this is after formation of an NPP selected leader. So you must have put in some preparations to make the day memorable.
Thank you very much. First of all, I must congratulate the MPP party, because many people thought that MPP cannot do it. I mean, I remember when we were battling to form the party, to register party, people were telling us that MPP cannot register and win an election. And we told them we can do it. We have the competence, we have the expertise, we have the dedicated people who are with President Adama Barrow. We will make sure that we work with him until genuine democracy is restored, rule of law is restored, and that's what we are doing here. We have done our mobilization. We make sure that we respect the Gambian people, we mobilize with them, we talk to them. That's what is being manifested.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of people from beyond the Greater Banjul area. Tell us about the structures of your mobilization. What are the structures that you have used in order to enable you get all these people from beyond the Greater Banjul area?
We have our regional chairman. All the regions, we have our regional chairpersons, and we have our constituency chairpersons. We have our board chairpersons. We also have our women mobilizers in all the regions. Our women mobilizers have been contributing, they are participating, and also constituency-wise.
You are the advisor of the president on youth matters.
Yes.
I am a youth.
Yes.
You have half of the population, almost 60% of the population at least, is youth or comprised of youth in this country.
That's true.
So what does President Barrow have for the youth specifically in the area of employment?
Well, that's what I'm investors are coming who are interested in empowering youth in this country,
so
and that's going to happen.
You talk about skill centers. It's a beautiful thing to have skill centers, but when people gather skills, when they graduate, they either have to be on self-employed, by which they need certain things to set up their own business. Now, talking about skill centers, there is a particular region in this country. Since independence, the region has no skill center. Is it in President Barrow's plan? You may not know.
Which one?
The entire Fonyi has no skill center.
I cannot believe that. For the past 50 years?
Name me one. There is no skill center in Fonyi. You may not know. But I'm putting it to you now, or informing you that the entire skill center, the entire Fonyi, there is no skill center in the Fonyi. This has resulted to a lot of rural urban migration among the youth of Fonyi, thereby paralyzing agriculture. Is this in President Barrow's plan to build a skill center in Fonyi specifically, or will you commit to convince President Adama Barrow to build a skill center?
Thank you for bringing that into that notice to our attention. I've never knew that Fonyi has no skill center.
Recently, we have a news article authored by somebody from Fonyi, and then it is through that news article that many know that since even the former president, being a native of Fonyi for 22 years of his reign, he has also built a skill center in Fonyi, and this is something that the people of Fonyi need and other parts of the region. So, basically, you want to commit to tell the president to build that?
Definitely, we will make sure that we look into that matter. I mean, as far as it has come to our notice, we make sure that we do something. If you can recall, already we have, I mean, we are building, I mean, this thing, a mini stadium in Buyam, if I can recall. There is a mini stadium that we are building, and not only Buyam, across the country. So Fonyi is not an exception. Definitely, this problem of skill center, we will try and do something.
And now we come to fishing. Still with the youth.
Yes.
I know you are very busy, but it's something of national interest to the people.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being with us. In terms of fishing, you have a lot of Gambian youth want to invest in fishing, but they will tell you they don't have equipment like fishing trawlers and etc.
Yeah, we coming to do that already. That is on the pipeline. We have acquired almost 50 million US dollars to make sure that we invest on that area, in that venture. Definitely, we are youths are going to be involved, because we don't expect the older people to be involved in, I mean, in fishing in this country.
Another thing is, you want to tell us the source of the 50 million, and when would this come into effect, the implementation, so that youth who might want to, of course, you know, Bagwe is still on, who might want to venture might still wait, knowing that okay, this date and this particular time we will have a project that I can be involved to work.
Well, right now, because of there was it was election time, and we have just started. This government is not inaugurated. Excellency is just inaugurated today. I am going to tell you actually the implementation of all that project. But what I can assure you is the project is on the way coming.
Thank you very much. Another thing is now in terms of transport. If you look at the Gambian transport system, it's commercialized.
Yeah.
Majority of the people are commercially owned, or they are owned by people who are mostly interested in money. The government, since the fall of GTC, we have the GTSC, but it has not been serving the young people more. It has been going much. You understand, it has been going beyond the Gambia and more into the rural area. But recently, we understand that a lot of people, especially youth, when going to work, face a lot of constraint in terms of transport. You may be interested to know that people pay more than $50 to get to Brikama from Westfield. Let me give you a breakdown. Yes, this may not be to your notice because you have a private vehicle that, or you have a government vehicle. You ride into work and on your errands. When you go to Westfield, they will tell you Tabokoto, Latrikunda. Get a Latrikunda, they will tell you Tabokoto. You go to Tabokoto, they will tell you Lamen, they will tell you Busumbala, then they will tell you Farado, they will tell you. So you end up paying more than that. Those people who do not have it, they end up going or reach at work very late and fatigue, and it affects their production. So we go to the turntable end. Those from turntable, you see a vehicle will turntable to Brika, which is $17, they will charge you $50 and nothing. Would you also want to commit to advise the president to look into this? And
well, what I can promise here is we will look into all these matters. As far as the government is just coming in, I cannot tell you exactly, I mean, how we are going to address it, but I can promise you that we are going to look at all these matters, all these problems, and thank you for bringing this to our attention, because you cannot address a problem that you are not aware of.
It's part of nation building, so there are things that you may bring it to your notice.
Thank you.
It seems you have commitment to do so.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Honorable Sehumbalo.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Sehumbalo here on the platform, talking to Kerr Fatou about the NPP's perspective for President. About the $50 million that he claimed the government has obtained or has acquired. He didn't tell us whether it's loan or it's grant or stuff, in order to boost the fishing or to make the fishing industry work for Gambian youth. You've been listening to what he has been saying.
Kunda falin sanye lulu komando e ya falin dalilo men kama wala folo gambian ko le tare fambulo e kayro soto banko kan e nyaato ta soto president Adama Barrow e commencé already ay démocratie de gambian ko bela freedom of expression media freedom ay loi bunda bula fambulo kiti e ka tamani ni mol tataje e d'accord de la jeri nyaato ko même boyte ko etle boyta même bolote ko etle boyta wala mobe ala nyanto soto banko kan anenga gambe di mulla sulol mu munalti pour kawle yirwande atemo e kumbota nyim bankun kanko president Adama Barrow e karango yirwande nyim bankun kan atemo e kumbota nyim bankun kanko president Adama Barrow be seno yirwande kan nyim bankun kan atemo e kumbota nyim bankun kanko communication o men kamanta silolu ning salolu ning ku kotan la president Adama Barrow yirwande nyim bankun kan banko fana fon la fanko pour banko dingolu nim banko dingolu terolier hani na investment o ke banko kan ayo freedom o fana dile fo sambe tembo mento alhamdulillah rabbil alamin freedom o be warlim banko kan molu be hangiri molu la nafulo samana fo bi menke tariki bati president sey botana kanto banko la tamanda ja wala condamné la limani ya banko la kayro nen tembo la ni yirwa wala na wala be na rakafa ma bi ka kafu gambia woto gambo banko mel be ilar memma president Adama Barrow be o kanne ada be tenten na wala la fala ada mam balam mola ni yem mira soto men sin banko la fano ila miro samana isinano ye basa kunda la palaso apply ni qualification men palaso men ngene kan ya soto ya dila ni mo fana chal soto there are so many ways safere okay men tekala nendirti men tekala kuma jaw foti ko ya mira ko nimman sa kunda ngin sila karta nyem banko bita nyatlo president Adama Barrow pareta ba bunda e lawol bila no gamna ko bila ro president so wono ada be okay kan ate men kala no wala nyinti ko free market policy le be kere ni ko free market policy wala mo dunia be ko marché o do be bulale fambulle moli la marché so lo wafi damen bente fe gambia ta kala no bankote ye balan dunia be bul wala nte botna america le mbe bola je wato men 12 months ago mani boto damu menti ani abia menti e jam fata nyolo fo sawne banko be ko ni muso ka diablo wato kam nyolo ko he ete malo de kolbe falen kan nyame ni mo ko ton ka diam so nyin ku kelol be gambia dula beto bara president te fintile no lefta gambia ko le wona stade ay lo ya fako dia ko ya mani boto nale ko wili kilin keme lulemu nte sonna la jurban no mbafala ko wili kilin keme fulale wala wili kilin dem banko la luwa ka mo sembo soto katu jawre nyim banko marale sanji tan sabani feng abo maralo ko wata na commencer wato
out, please, gentlemen. Huh? We have to start playing with it. Bismillah. Bismillah, yeah.
Good morning, sir. Morning. 2022 Presidential Inauguration and Swearing In Ceremony. Parade formed up. 58 officers, 361 adherents in open order at the personal attention. Ready for your takeover. Sir, may I have the permission to fall in? Sir! Fall in. And sir! Diallo. Why is Google not close keeping the music? That's why in the conclusion.
Meanwhile, we are gathered here this morning at the Independence Stadium in Barrow to witness yet again a constitutional requirement. It is the swearing-in ceremony of the President-elect, His Excellency Mr. Adama Barrow. It was 5 years ago when we gathered here for the same event, and upon winning the 4th December 2021, ladies and gentlemen, the arrival of the service chiefs. You're welcome, chiefs.
So, back, arms. Turn, back, hey.
Your Excellency, esteemed invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it was 5 years ago when we gathered here for the same event, and upon winning the 4th December 2021 presidential election by His Excellency Mr. Adama Barrow and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces GNRG, we are honored to be here to witness such an august occasion. What we just witnessed has been the marching of troops by paraders with the guard band leading. The paraders handed over the parade to the parade trainee, who in turn handed it over to the parade commander. The parade commander also invited the qualified. Excellencies, esteemed invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to announce the arrival of the Inspector General of the Gambia Police Force, Mr. Abdullah Sani. You're welcome, sir.
Hey! John! Loud! Hands! General, salute!